What's up, guys? How are we doing tonight? Tonight's review is going to be on the Kanger Subtank. Just a few thoughts on it before we get started. Um, Personally, I'm not going to say that I'm going to compare it much to the Atlantis because they're pretty much in two different worlds, in my opinion. I can say that this does hold a distinct taste advantage over the Atlantis, but I would say mainly that's because of the OCC coils that it uses, which I will show you whenever we go down up close. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of information on it, show you how it vapes, and then we're going to rate it like normal. So I'm going to go ahead and take a vape real quick, and then we'll come back and I'm going to run you through all the details with it, and we'll go from there. It does produce quite well. Right now I'm only rocking it with the two airflow holes open. I'm going to crank it down to the smallest one and we'll show you how it performs there. Alright. Now let's crank it up to... just to show you guys real quick, that's what the single air hole looks like right there. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, the air hole is a little bit over 2 millimeters for the single one, so I mean it's still a pretty decent draw on it. It's still more than what you're going to get on like a K-Fun. I have yet to try a Limo, but I'm looking to pick one up, so I'll be able to give you some bit of a comparison. Right now I have it set with all 3 air holes open, so we're going to go ahead and take a vape on it. And mind you, right now I am running this thing at 13.4 watts. And that is the one thing that I really do like about this thing. It's not as power hungry as the Atlantis, and the flavor is better, but it does have its issues as well. So, for the OCC coils for the Kanger Subtank, the 0.5 ohm coil, like I have in here, it says the range is from 15 to 30 watts, which it does state. Right up here on one of the sides of the coil. For the 1.2 ohm coil, it says the range is from 12 watts to 25 watts. Which, I mean, it's like I said, I'm going to crank it up a little bit later in the video and go through there. You do get 4 rebuildable coils with the inside of this. It comes with a set of dual coils whenever you get it, and then it comes with 2 others that are in the package, along with some Japanese organic cotton, which you'll see down in the close-ups. It's got the rebuildable base, the rebuildable top cap, which you remove these screws right up here on the top, and you take this top off, and then you slide another top on for the rebuildable half of it. It comes with the screwdrivers, a manual, beauty ring to take it down from 25 millimeters to 22 millimeters. Because this is a 25 millimeter device, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it is overhanging slightly on this IPV Mini. It's not too awful bad. That is one real downfall for this. I know they released the 22 millimeter version, which I think is a bit of horseshit, in my personal opinion. If you're going to do that, guys, stop trying to gouge us for more money is pretty much what I'm going to tell you. Because, I mean, yes, it is a good advertising ploy, or product ploy on your part, but, I mean, come on, guys. People don't want to have to go out and buy another tank to match up to their 22 millimeter devices. You should have released the 22 millimeter device first, and then release this one to go with your mech mod. Okay, or your whatever mod that you have that comes with it. Other than that, beyond my ranting, let's go back down. The tank is fairly durable. I have yet to drop it. From what they says, the coils are really, really good taste-wise for about the first 3 tanks that you run through it, and then the taste significantly falls off in the coils. IMO. I mean, whenever you run that first tank through it, it is tremendous flavor. I mean, tremendous, hands down. You know, one of the best experiences you're going to have with, you know, a clear miser. You know, minus some of the other new ones out that I haven't got yet, which hopefully I can get here soon to show you guys. But about around the 3rd tank, the taste does start to fall off on a fairly significant rate. I have yet to have this leak, which I know a lot of Kanger tanks are notorious for. I have yet to have this issue with this tank, which I am very, very happy about. As far as the tank goes, it is 55 millimeters in length without the drip tip, which I cannot find the drip tip right now, so I just have my 2 puff drip tip on here. 25 millimeters in diameter. Whenever you're running the tank section like this, it holds 6 mils of e-liquid. Whenever you're running the rebuildable section, it holds 4.2 mils of e-liquid. So, I mean, you're getting a very, very significant amount of e-liquid that it's holding. So, beyond all that, I'm going to go ahead and take another vape, and then we're going to go ahead and dive up close with it, and we're going to go from there. Crank this back down to where I like it with the 2 air holes. Alright guys, we'll see you down in the up close. Alright guys, here's what the box looks like for the Kanger Subtank. You remove this, and then you're going to get some information back here on the back side of the box. It is full stainless steel construction. You have the same pretty much basic stuff that I ran across whenever I went through. Your tank is going to come right here in this, and then as you remove this, down here you're going to get the user manual for it. You'll get the authenticity thing, and then you're going to get a little thing that shows you to drip inside your coil to help prime the coil. The last thing you do want to do is get a dry hit off of this. This is the bag of Japanese organic cotton. Here are the coils with a couple of extra focus with a couple of extra screws for the top. Here is the base for to screw it onto your device to make it look a little bit better, or taper up to down to 22 millimeters, not up to. There's what it's going to look like screwed onto a device, which I don't personally like it, so that's the reason why it stays in here. So, if you look down in the box, typically it comes with 2 coils. It comes with a 0.5 ohm coil, and then it comes with a 1.2 ohm coil. This is the base top for the rebuildable section. You'll drop this in after you take these screws out, and it shortens it up. And this right here is the rebuildable base section. Pretty much K-Fun style. It's got these nice deep juice channels. I have yet to get a dry hit whenever I'm running this in the rebuildable part. Which I thought was pretty good. This is the coil, and right here is where it tells you that it is an OCC coil and can run from 15 and 30 watts. Focus for me. There you go. The coils screw out like this. The rebuildable part will screw in like such. And then you replace, like I said, the top cap and everything else, and then you're good to go on that half if it comes apart altogether. But it's like I said, as far as goes, the rebuildable half of this tank is really, really good. No dry hits so far. The chase is really, really good. The flavor's really, really good on the reduced chamber. This is the drip tip, if I can quit dropping stuff, drip tip that comes along with it. It does have a fairly wide bore and then tapers down there at the bottom, so it doesn't really make it that much of a wide bore. So I'm going to go ahead and get this back in. I do have a box of VOCC coils right here in the background, 0.5 ohm coils. Now, as far as the tank goes, it's a lot easier to remove than the Atlantis tank. You'll just slide it off like this. This is a Pyrex glass tank. It's got these little red O-rings in there, which I actually kind of like the way they look. Let me see. Beyond that, I'm not going to pull one of the coils apart for you. I guess beyond that, we can go ahead and get back up into the FaceTime, and we're going to vape on it a little bit more and talk on it a little bit more. Alright, guys? Alright, guys. Overall, it's a very, very good tank. There are a few things I don't like about it. If you can tell, there's a bit of a gap right there in between that, unless you have a very, very short drip tip, you are going to get a little bit of a gap. All the drip tips that I put in there too have wiggled. I find that as a bit of a con. The fact that it's 25 millimeters, I do kind of find a bit of a con. The actual drip tip in it does set flush, but it also wiggles as well. So, which I really don't particularly like a whole lot. Vapor production wise, it produces very, very well. It doesn't produce as well as the Atlantis, but it still produces very, very well, and it has a lot better flavor than what the Atlantis does. I'm going to go ahead and crank this up a little bit for you here. And open the airflow up, and we'll check. Oh, no. Damn it. Alright. Have it right now at about 25 watts, so we'll go ahead and take a vape on it. Like I said, it does produce very well. I am running Boss Reserve in here from Cutwood, which I do have a review on coming up here soon. It's like I said, overall, it is a very, very good tank. If you can get past the few cons that it does have, very, very good tank. For those of you people that love Kanger, it is a very, very good tank. I do like the direction that Kanger did go with the OCC coils, and as well as some of the newer tanks coming out, like the Delta 2 that is going with the OCC coils. I would like to see more companies do that. The organic cotton coils have so much better taste, and a lot of these coils that they're doing it with, I mean, they produce fairly well, and everything else. I do like the fact that this thing is not as power hungry as the Atlantis. It helps people save on battery while getting good flavor and good vapor production. With that being said and done, overall, I'm going to rate it right at about an 8. Reason being is because of the drip tip issue. I wish you didn't have to change this part out to put the rebuildable tank in. The fact that it is the 25 millimeters, which I really don't like. But, I mean, it's like I said, it's a good tank with very, very good flavor. You know, you're getting to that K-Fun-S style flavor, especially the lower you... It's the same way with the Atlantis, you know, the lower down that it's cranked, the better the flavor gets. Except, you know, it's like I said, this holds a very, very distinct advantage over the Atlantis in that department. So, I'm going to go ahead and take another vape on it, and then I'll let you guys out of here. with all that being said and done, like always, guys, you have a good night and vape safe.